firstly, in terms of his use of documentary conventions, what did we think was good about that? The sign-on. What did you like about it?
He got straight to the point what the documentary is about.
Okay. Did you not think maybe it was a bit too brief?
Yeah, it was a bit brief, but yeah.
I think we could have. I think it would have benefited from really laying out the topic in more detail. But it was there. That's true. Colin, what were you going to say?
The Vox Pops.
What did you like about the Vox Pops?
He did it with a variety of people, used female, male, and he gave them something to the sheet he gave them to ask which one they feel is more they would be more comfortable around.
Yeah, and I think that actually added an awful lot of value to the Vox Pop thing, rather than it just being, what do you think of this? Actually showing it to somebody something. I think that worked actually quite well. Anything else that we noticed? Anything in terms of expert advice? Anything at all that we saw that we thought was good?
Getting in and out shops.
Yeah, I thought that was good. It set up those elements quite well to go showing the ins and the outs. Go on, Kirsty.
The interview he had, it was detailed. The woman that he interviewed gave a lot of information about what she knew. So.
She clearly knew her stuff, definitely. Pooja? Yeah, she clearly knew her stuff. I'm not sure how relevant all of it was, but
yeah.
she clearly did know her stuff. Okay, what about improvements for that area then? What would we say? Go on, Kirsty.
I don't really like the shop thing. Like I don't know. I think it's the way that David explained it when he came out, because it wasn't like, I don't know. It was relevant, but it just David didn't say like enough about what he was trying to get from it.
Yeah, I think.
And I think where he was stuttering when he came out, he didn't know what to say because I don't think he knew what he was actually doing, sort of thing.
Okay. How would you improve that then?
Maybe actually like asking permission from the shop. Maybe he did, I don't know, but asking permission from the shop just to see, maybe from the security's point of view, what he would have thought that David would have done. Like why was there security with him? What was he thinking that he was going to do?
That's a good idea. Okay. Anything else that we would improve on in terms of cutaways, voiceovers, vox pops, pieces of camera, anything else, please go on?
He had no cutaways. He just had like one image of him wearing clothes.
Absolutely. So there was no cutaways in there. That's true. That's definitely true. Anything else that we would like to see in there? Okay, so.
Not what I'd like to see. I was going to say the
Go on.
sound was a bit on. Like sometimes it was really loud, and then like there was a jump or something where like if the mic kicks something, it makes a bang sort of thing, and then it jumped to another clip after.
Okay.
So it was a bit.
And I think at the beginning as well, he's got some stills. I think it's after he's signed on. There's some stills, and there's nothing over. There's no music over that, or voiceover, or anything. So it's like they serve no purpose.
Voiceover would be something that we could definitely use more of. There.
Yeah. So I think.
In general, Abdi, go on.
He needs more expert advice. He only had one interview.
Yeah, I think that's a key thing that we're lacking in there as well. And there's also, in terms of objectivity, it's just people get stereotyped. There's no other side of it. Like you were saying, it'd be good if we'd had the interview with the security guard. Alright, in terms of the exposition then, what's the topic?
Use subcultures.
What about?
Stereotyping.
Do people stereotype? It's mainly about black people, though, isn't it?
I don't mention those there, but.
No, but there's all that they kind of show. I mean, there was one in the Vox Pops. There was one white guy, I think, and the lady that he interviewed was white. But it was kind of like the pictures that he showed. They were both black people.
It was both him though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought the other guy was not him.
No, it's both him.
Oh, yeah. I just thought. I don't know. I thought it was about black people in general.
Do you think that's an area maybe that he could do with improving on then?
Yeah, I don't know, like how. I guess have more like different ethnicities in it. Maybe like Asian people, other people, but I don't know if he could.
And of different subcultures as well.
Yeah, I think it really lacked clarity.
Maybe that's what I was saying.
Was it? I think these are two different things. Was it youth subcultures or was it stereotyping of young black people?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's two quite distinct things, and it's something me and him have talked about a lot, and I've tried to get him to decide, but hasn't
The
happened.
focus seems to be on stereotyping, but then he keeps mentioning youth subcultures, but then you don't get into seeing different youth subcultures or
Exactly.
documentary exploring the different subcultures.
So any strengths in terms of that? In terms of his exposition? Non-interview segments, or how well it explains its topic?
I think he explains stereotyping quite well.
What is that, his topic? His topic that he's talked about in
Yeah,
his
his topic
treatments
is two
was youth
things.
subcultures.
Yeah.
He made it really clear that was what he was talking about, and I think that is a real issue, one which was been identified all the way through this. Go on, Kirsty.
Maybe he could film, like, I don't know where he'd go and film it, but like the actual groups he's talking about, so say goths, the emos,
Yep.
indie people, people that dress quite gangstery.
Yep.
Go and film them groups of people and ask them what they think of youth subcultures. Is there the people that are involved in it?
I think so. I think that if he's going to do youth subcultures, that's what should have happened. Any other improvements that we'd offer then, on Pooja?
I think he needs to like write a script properly because it looked like he was just making up on the spot, whatever he was saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I quite liked the informality of when he was doing that shot bit. I thought that worked quite well because it was his genuine reaction to what had happened. But other elements, I think, need to be a little bit more put together. Go on.
I felt like he did. Sounds really horrible, but I felt like he didn't actually go in the shop. He didn't.
Just went
See,
in
that's
and
what
came
it
out.
really looked like. It really looked like
He didn't go in the shop.
I filmed it, he didn't go to show.
Between the stuff he was saying he made up.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't know what he was saying. 'Cause he didn't script. But then
And
he
his
just
I
went
told
to
you
show.
that's what it looks like. So I was thinking.
And
that's
his
what
tense is
it
wrong
I'm
as
just
well.
going to remind you, she's all on a video which he's going to be watching.
You didn't go in the shop after him. You didn't go in the
It
shop.
didn't look like it. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Like, all the way through. I was like, he didn't go in the shop. I know he didn't.
Okay, in terms of the interviews then, well, there was only one interview. What were the strengths of that?
And a lot of information.
Yeah, lots of information in there, which was good.
The sound was good.
Yeah, the sound was fine actually on that.
The camera angle.
Yeah, the camera angles worked. There was quite a lot of variety in there. Any improvements that we would ask of there though?
A bit too long.
It's quite long.
He needs like cutaway shots to
Mm.
like spread out the view.
Anything else?
He needs more interviews.
He needs more interviews. That's a definite issue. Yeah, he needs more interviews to balance out the topic more.
He also needs graphics as well. So who's he interviewing, what their name is
Yeah.
when they're speaking.
I think the graphics have to come in there too, for sure. Alright, last section, presentation. Strengths in terms of camera work, editing, all that sort of stuff. What was good about it?
Sound was clear and the shots were framed correctly.
Yeah, the shots in general were framed nicely. And for most part, you could hear what he was saying, you could understand it. Anything else?
He could have. Sorry.
No, go on, you go.
He could have more of a variety of shots. Like most of them were mid shots.
Single mid shots, and I think there
Yeah.
could be more of a mix up going on there. I'd agree with that.
There's no archive footage.
Yeah, that is an issue. In terms of improvements, what would we suggest for his presentation, Pooja?
There was one bit, you know, when he was going inside the shop and coming out, you could see the road mic at the top.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that.
You should have filmed the front of the shop as well to see which shop you actually going to.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think we need more fades on there as well. I think like to fade it. I think we need more in terms of transitions. Certainly when it fades, when he goes into the shop, fade it, fade out, and then
Yeah.
fade it back up.
Yeah.
What else?
And there's a bit when he's walking into the cottage. It's quite a long
Yeah.
shot. It's quite a
Maybe
long
shorten that
walk. He's sort of walking the entire path, and it takes ages.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Doesn't need to be that long.
And definitely you need a voiceover over that just to establish what's going on.
Yeah.
I also thought in some of the vox pops the background music was slightly intrusive. You couldn't quite hear what he was saying. Okay, three general pieces of advice for David. 3 things that we would definitely tell him to do. Okay, so
Write a script.
write a script. Number 2,
Get more
Nayab?
calories.
go on.
Get more calories.
Get more cutaways. Nayab, 3rd piece of advice.
Get more interviews.
Get more interviews. And if we were going to let him shoot one more thing, what would we let him shoot?
Subcultures.
Subcultures?
Yeah, the different from like interviewing people from different subcultures.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Abdi, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say interview.
Interviews. Alright, cool. David, Abdi apologises.